Yeah, something I wanted to really quick make a video about is I'm really obsessed with refining my ability to communicate clearly with an artful perspective. I really like trying to find the right framing, the right metaphors, the right words, and frankly, I'm not that good at it, but I really want to be good at it. I'll say it that way. But for purposes of leading myself where I want to go, I've kind of stumbled across this new idea. This concept has been really giving me a lot of fruit for imagination. And the idea is that there isn't just a you, there's actually two yous. And there's the you that has to pull the other one along and get it to do what you would like to do. And you have to rationalize with yourself and who's actually doing that. Who's doing the reasoning and who is doing the listening. I suppose it's sort of a way of talking about the relationship between the head and the heart, which is kind of obviously an old school idea. I've always thought about that relationship as more of a thinking versus feeling or logic versus emotion, but I've never quite thought of it as an individual that you need to influence in a positive direction that you'd like to go. And this is probably a Jordan Peterson thing, in kind of just rationalizing and negotiating with yourself. For example, if you want to start a new habit, you have to be willing to say, well, what would you be willing to do to just, rather than watch TV all night, could you, maybe you don't want to read for 3 hours. Could you read for 10 minutes? Could you read one chapter of a book? Could you just read a single page? Like whatever the minimal thing is that you need to do to convince the part of you that doesn't want to do it. It's really kind of blown my mind lately. And I've been a student of leadership for such a long time, and I've always been inspired by great coaches and people that can like really make a team come together to achieve some incredible result. And for the last 10 years, I've been building this production company. But I've never really processed the extent to which you need to apply leadership principles to yourself. So it's almost like first, if you want to become a leader, you first have to lead yourself, which, I find that very interesting. So the phrase that's been really effective for me lately is stop doing things that make you weak. And what's been really cool is that I normally don't give a rip about this stuff, but in the new iOS software they released, they allow you to have like widgets on your phone now, which is such an outdated idea, but thankfully they finally, give you little choices with how your phone's laid out. And so what I did, and this is going to seem kind of weird, but I basically just took this, see if it'll focus there. Yeah. So I basically just put that phrase right at the top of my phone so that anytime I pull up my phone and I might mindlessly get on social media, or I might just waste my time, I have that phrase there that reminds me consistently, like, don't do things that make you weak. And I'm not going to tell you the things that I think make me weak because that's personal stuff. But one example I don't mind sharing is like, rather than getting on social media, what I've been doing a lot more of is pulling up my Evernote and just spending time in my thoughts and writing that down. So if you have a free moment, instead of just scrolling through, someone else's photos and feeling, all sorts of feelings you feel at social media, I take a minute to harness my own thoughts and like live in my own head. And so that's strengthened my mind and strengthened my resolve. And so that's been a good thing. So anyway, yeah, this idea of leading yourself, I just want to make a quick video about that. Let me know what you think. I really care about, making sure that my ideas are making sense. Like I said, I really want to be a good communicator. I like adding value to people's lives, and I want the best for the people in my life. And if I can be of help to you, that's what I want to do. So thanks for listening. Appreciate it.